Manco.trade is a TF2 trading site where you can instantly trade off your TF2 items. Adding Manco.trade to your Steam name gives you an additional 2% bonus. Right now, Manco.trade is doing an unusual giveaway, so check them out in the description below. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. This may even be a new series depending on how this one goes down. Now, many of you know I even made FIFA videos in the past, but I'm a big fan of FIFA and I watch a lot of FIFA YouTubers, one of which being Chris MD, and he made a video where he said, like, what can £5,000 get you in FIFA, where he literally spent £5,000 opening packs, which is like the equivalent to TF2 crates, and just saw what he got. And I kind of thought over the title, and I made it applicable to TF2, and what I'm going to be doing is what can $1,000 get you in TF2. However, I'm not going to be opening crates, I'm not going to be buying anything from the store. What I'm going to be doing is using the backpack.tf pricing to determine the closest and nicest, what I believe the best loadout is that you can get for each class in the game for the $1,000 price range. So what I've done is I've found cosmetics and weapons for the class that come to an amount roughly at $1,000, give or take. These are of course the backpack.tf prices, so there's a fair chance they could be outdated or maybe just not so realistic. But I mean, there's no other price guides to go off apart from the listings, but backpack.tf will suffice for now. Let me know in the comments if you want me to change that up, but for now I think backpack.tf should do fine. So I've got 3 cosmetics together and 3 weapons and got to an amount roughly around the $1,000 mark. So without further ado, let's get into the first cosmetic of the loadout. So to start off with, we're going to be going fairly cheap with the cheapest item of the loadout. We've got this strange flapjack, which is the cosmetic that I actually use in my loadout, which is $1 roughly. So, you know, $999 spare. But, I mean, it's a really nice cosmetic. The flapjack itself is my favourite scout cosmetic just because of how well it works with other items. I just really like it. And also the fact it's strange means you can buy it on the Steam market because it's from one of the new crates with the tier system. But I don't know, man, it's just a really nice looking cosmetic. It's cheap and goes with basically every other hat for the scout in the game, which is why I love it. So moving on to the next item, we've got the second misc that the scout's going to be using, which is going to be the most expensive item in the list. We have this Sunbeams Bonk Boy, which is priced at 250 keys. This roughly equates to $569, rounding us off at $570. I could have went for the Burning Bonk Boy, but that literally would have used up our 1,000 keys with one cosmetic and we wouldn't have had the rest of a loadout. So I went for the Sunbeams one, which was just 250 keys. I was genuinely going to expect it to be much more because of, you know, Sunbeams is a really high tier effect and the Bonk Boy is a really popular misc. But 250 keys seems reasonable, man. Sunbeams is a really good effect that combos with a lot of other effects in the game, and especially combos well with the effect on the hat I've got planned. So speaking of which, our next cosmetic and the third cosmetic for our scout loadout is going to be a Purple Energy Troublemaker's Tussle Cap. This tussle cap is 92.5 keys, which equates roughly, give or take, to about $210. Now, I really like how Purple Energy and Sunbeams work together, and it's a combo you don't really see too often. And for 92.5 keys, you get a really nice hat being the Tussle Cap, which goes really well with the Bonk Boy because you don't have to paint them to have them colour coordinated. But even then, like, it's still a really nice combination. One thing, speaking of paint, about the Tussle Cap is when it's painted, it looks really good. I mean, you can paint this hat any colour and the entire hat can change, but you can also include these little stripes which look really good as well, like there's different styles on it. It's just a really good hat, and this unusual combination is going to look really good. Now, let's get on to the weapons. So for the first weapon, I'm sure most of you saw this coming, we have the Professional Killstreak Australian Scattergun. This item comes in at about 31 keys, which is roughly $70. I've had multiple of these in the past, and I mean, you can't really go wrong with an Australian. The price is kind of low at the moment. I'm not sure if it's going to keep going down or if it's going to actually raise. That's going to be interesting to see, but nonetheless, I could have went for an unusual weapon, but the prices on those are much more inconsistent and more dependent on condition, etc. It's very hard to get an accurate price, so I just went for the classic Australian. You really can't go wrong. Definitely a really nice pickup, depending on sheen, etc., and it goes perfectly in the loadout. Up next, we've got the cheapest weapon that the scout is going to be using. This is going to be the Vintage Lugomorph, no kill streak or anything like that, which comes in at 5 keys. This roughly equates to about $9, so definitely a pretty cheap one. but it's a nice pistol reskin. Once again, it's a classic. I mean, it's in vintage quality. That says a lot. I use a professional killstreak one personally. It's done me well. I love the reload animation. It's just a really clean reskin. I could have went for a strange kappa, but I decided to go for the Lugamorph. Let's get into the final weapon on the list. So the final weapon on the list we're going to be talking about is the most expensive weapon, just slightly above the scattergun, being the Strange Bat Saber. The Strange Bat Saber comes in at 33 keys, which equates to roughly $77 to $78. I'm not too sure why it says marketplace.cf in the Steam market are 110 and 113. I'm not too sure what that's all about, but nonetheless though, I mean, it's a really cool alternative to the stock bat. It's a really cool reskin. I've had a normal one once. I've never had a strange one though, and it's probably one of the most expensive scout melee weapons. So overall, a really cool item to finish off this loadout. So overall, give or take, this loadout comes to $940, which gives you room to buy like any unusual weapons or taunts or anything like that you'd want to finish off this loadout. But that's open to you guys. Like, I'm sure you can find a decent taunt with that extra kind of $60. Overall though, it's a really cool looking loadout. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do remember to leave a like. I'm going to be doing it for each class in the game, so I really hope you're looking forward to that. It's going to be really interesting to see what kind of loadouts I can come up with. But yeah guys, thank you all so much for watching, and peace. The key to the game.